Evet. Tabii yine sesi unuttum. Bugün kendim hikayeyi biraz ilerletmem lazım çünkü bir etkinliği yapmamışım ve tarihi geçiyor. Ama ondan önce tabii ki grind. Çünkü neden olmasın?
Again, together as one. Human creations.
Just conflict is pitiless.
No matter.
Answer me. Feel.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Was that it? Show no mercy. Just 0 points.
Opponent damage. Suppress.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Destined for oblivion.
Feel.
Threat raised. Converge and awaken. Human creations.
0 points.
Opponent damage.
Here, there's thunder.
Threat raised. Opponent damage. Caught in the web. Yin and yang.
Answer me.
Unscathed.
Feel.
Opponent damage.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Damage. No matter. Suppress.
How familiar.
Just 0 points.
Opponent damage. Together as one. Human creations. Component damage.
Still waters of oblivion.
Component damage. Mission failed. No matter. Converge and awaken.
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Here, there's thunder. Feel.
Human creations.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
No matter.
Just conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Suppress. Wheel of Karma. By the Tambors.
Here, there's thunder.
Engage.
Mediocre.
Subdue. Yin and yang. Human creations.
Answer me.
Opponent damage.
0 points.
Together as one. No matter.
Just feel.
Opponent damage.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Unscathed.
Feel. Conflict is pitiless.
Damage.
Answer me.
Threat raised.
0 points.
Opponent damage. Suppress. Human creations. Caught in a web.
Again.
Show no mercy.
Damage. Threat mission failed.
Converge and awaken.
A test.
Conflict is pitiless.
Again.
Is that it?
Yin and yang.
Again. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Strife.
By the temple.
Answer me. Fail. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Here, this thunder.
Damage.
0 points.
Show no mercy.
Fail.
Threat raised.
Human creations.
Threat raised.
Conflict is pitiless.
Damage. Suppress. Wheel of karma.
Unfamiliar.
Subdue.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Component damage.
Yin and yang.
Bow to justice.
A test.
Together as one. No matter. Human creations.
Mediocre.
Here, this thunder.
Damage. Threat raised.
Conflict is pitiless.
Threat raised.
Show no mercy.
Destined for oblivion.
Failed.
No matter. Converge and awaken.
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Here, this thunder.
0 points.
No matter.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Human creations.
Unscathed.
A test.
Conflict is pitiless.
Copy.
No matter.
Suppress.
Bad luck.
Subdue.
Yin and yang.
Answer me. Fail.
Show no mercy.
Damage.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Threat. Caught in the web.
Human creations.
By the temple.
Together as one.
Destined for oblivion.
Component damage. Bow to justice.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Threat raised.
Here, this thunder.
Damage.
Fail.
Threat raised.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again.
Suppress.
Conflict is pitiless.
Converge and awaken. Human creations.
Destined for oblivion. Again.
Wheel of karma.
No matter. Yin and yang.
Unscathed.
Show no mercy.
A test.
Unscathed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Together as one.
Answer me. 0 points.
Here, this thunder.
measure of truth and falsehood.
Conflict is pitiless.
0 points.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Mediocre.
Suppress.
Bad luck.
Subdue.
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Surrender.
Yin and yang.
Answer me.
Human creations.
Destined for oblivion.
Threat raised. Wheel of karma.
Familiar.
By the temple.
Conflict is pitiless.
Together as one.
Threat raised.
Here, this thunder.
Copy. Suppress. Subdue. Bow to justice.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Component damage.
Show no mercy.
Human creations.
A test. 0 points.
Component damage.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Threat raised. Component damage.
Converge and awaken.
Destined for oblivion.
0 points.
Threat raised. Caught in the web.
Yin and yang.
Conflict is pitiless.
Damage.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Mission failed.
Again.
Together as one. Human creations.
Answer me. Fail.
Here, this thunder.
No matter.
Show no mercy.
A test.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
Component damage. Suppress. Subdue.
Destined for oblivion.
Threat raised.
Fail.
Component damage. Surrender.
Yin and yang. Human creations.
0 points.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Converge and awaken.
Threat raised.
Is that it?
Human creations.
Caught in the web. By the temple.
Conflict is pitiless.
A test.
Bow to justice.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Here, this thunder.
Fail.
Component damage.
Show no mercy.
0 points.
Component damage.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Sonunda bitti. Ve şimdi günlük. Yapmam gereken görev bu.
One's hexagrammatic position is always in flux. Planning is paramount. Wake up! Wake up! Hey! Wake up! The sun's frying your butt! Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out. What are you talking about? Are you still half asleep or something? The Order's dream is over. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony.
Daha bir sona varmadık.
You got a good night's sleep. I was traumatized and too scared to even close my eyes.
Gözünün altında torbalar var.
A natural beauty like me never has dark circles. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories. The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Everyone's waiting for you, so hurry up and pack. We're leaving as soon as you're ready. After all this craziness, nothing is better than staying safe in reality. Oh, okay. Well, can we... Yeah, let's go!
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it...
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. But just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin. She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oat cake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
Topaz'ın gözünden mi? Niye Topaz'ın gözünden oynuyoruz?
Welcome, Director Topaz.
Ha doğru.
The family ambassador
IPC burayı ele geçirmeye çalışıyordu.
But the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director. I've asked around. This airship named the Radiant Feldspar belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
I tripped and fell right here. Just completely face planted.
Nambi. Nambi dışında da birkaç domuz var. Ama bunların hiçbirine saldırılmıyor.
Tripped and fell right here. Wow. So this is the legend.
Hard work pays off.
Merak ediyorum da bu oyuna bir Türkçe yama getirdiler mi? Yok, hala yok. Benim için bir sıkıntı değil.
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Shouldn't taste bad, right? Numby,
Burger.
catch! There. Don't be so greedy. Leave some for the other guests.
Odaya girdiğimde bir tane böceğin gölgesini gördüm. Ya meme ya da o land oluşu parazitlerden birisi. Hala o yaratıklara nasıl meme denilebiliyor anlamıyorum. Nambi? Ha, sandıkları da gösteriyor. Bunu bilseydim topazı almaya çalışırdım ya zamanda.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode." Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
What will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. They're terrified of death. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance.
Bir sandıkta ha. Buradaki olmasın. Dur bir saniye. Burası benim test odam değil mi ya?
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC. Don't you dare embarrass
Evet.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Felspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Felspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Felspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater had to be temporarily postponed. So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Felspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye. Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Eurillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
Ah, it's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like Madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your best, especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Oak family, Old OT's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation. Listen, test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
Ve bu cutscene'den sonra direkt Mambi iş başına koyuldu bile. Mambi!
Welcome aboard my ship, the Radiant Feldspar. Smart and charming ladies. Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation. Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odi Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have...
The future of Penacony.
Arka hikayelere biraz geçeceğim, yalan söylemeyeceğim.
Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Hayır. O
Then I'll
kulaklarım.
press forward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You use the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Olaya devam edin.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
Peki ya Sunday?
He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of Glory of the Trailblaze to all of you.
Sen nasıl burası?
What are you talking about? This is my lounge. It's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique, as we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen heroes. To the nameless, resting in peace, and to Gallagher.
Hikayenin devamı.
Ready to mix your drink? Before we start, would you like to talk to your friends?
Yok.
Alright. Huh. I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Drowning sweetness. However, with the right ratios, you get a uniquely sweet drink with a lingering aftertaste. Not a bad choice. Let's start mixing.
Yine mi?
Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure to past events at this lounge, there's no better way than mixing a drink. Blend all your memories and emotions together and stir them well. Through the filter of time, what remains in the glass is something to savor. Well, it's done. Here's to the nameless resting in peace. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars, and its legacy will be more timeless than a pastoral song. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered here. And one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers.
Pompom'dan? Yok.
Oh, are you leaving? Oh, then take this with you. I've mixed more of this last special drink for you. The past shouldn't be forgotten. So I hope it brings back the flavors of Penacony.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll leave a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. I know his tastes, and he'll be thrilled.
Peki hiç yollarımız kesişmezse?
I guess you won't be seeing him. Alright, enough with the heavy stuff. You guys have important things to take care of, so let's not dwell on things. Whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony, there's still a long journey ahead. So let's lift our spirits, guys, and embark towards our tomorrows.
Old Odie is a tricky opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Penacony.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odie Alfalfa he is today. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight. What about the phone call I asked you to make, Topaz?
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top-quality asset within the cosmos, with good credit, lucrative potential, and promising prospects.
Well, that's obvious, but what I truly wanted to know is, this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Venturine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as precious as life itself, to finish this gamble.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily. That's why I'm willing to stake my topaz stone to cover for you. It's like one big elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar. Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here
Sanırım
to
bu
make some
Sparkle.
preparations. How about you? Have you spoken with Mr. Alfalfa?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now.
Unfortunately, I've never met him.
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth. The Harmony needs a new direction. There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance.
See you later, Miss Jade.
Burada da toplamam gereken şeyler olacak. Buraya kadar çıkılabiliyor ya. Evet, burası simülasyon odası.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade?
Topaz has something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right? Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market over the past 10 Amber Eras.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Whoa, interesting. Indeed. You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us. The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death. Care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours? With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Penacony, I assure you, it won't be too hard.
You really think you can pull that off?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Astana. The IPC can assist Penacony with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares. With our financial support, stabilizing and rebuilding Penacony will be a piece of cake.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more in the future?
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent. You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't the whole purpose of this elaborate game to showcase your business acumen and seek more benefits for the family? It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Penacony go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers. I understand your concern, and I have a solution for that, too.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. As the head of the Alfalfa family, I don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer. However, as their chosen one, I still need one final answer.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Amber Era, about the ascension of Shipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency.
Para!
The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value. With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system. By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
And then the IPC will be able to exert influence over everything.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation, so I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. Now you've convinced me. All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table.
Ciddi misin?
Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himeko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himeko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the dreams.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled, I presume. What about the remaining family heads?
They will soon realize the situation. When old Odie answered the last question, he represented more than just the Alfalfa family.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangements.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and takeover. I won't be involved.
But Miss Jade, this is...
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course, there won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good radiant feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done, it's time for me to indulge in my own little hobby.
You want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you found this information.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from In Return. I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Penacony. You see, that's what investment is all about. Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship? I'll find out for myself if the rumors are true or not.
Ve hiç kimse umursamıyor bile. Merdiven yok mu en azından?
Is that him? Huh. Vanished in the blink.
By the way, there's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Penacony. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it,
Saniye, burada bir şey var.
she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. Huh.
Hmm. Tamamlanmış değil mi bu? Hmm. Tamam, bu böyle olmalı. Bu buradan çıkmalı. Ne de olsa diğerleri çalışmayacak. Aa, burada da bir tane var. Buradakini nasıl vurabilirim acaba? Yakından bile geçmiyor. Hmm. Bela? Bu da kısa. Maalesef ki küçük gremlinimizin boyu korkuluktan asılacak kadar bile yok. Nasıl yapılacağı hakkında bir fikrim yok, yalan yok.
You can't escape.
If I win, your chest is mine.
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
They are still a ball of fire as ever. Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
Hey, excuse me.
No, it's not the best time to do. Sorry.
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name.
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Everything you have?
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. I'll help you understand. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. See for yourself if their wishes have come true. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of pawn.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a moneylender rather than the owner of a pawn shop. Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do what
Kapıyı
she
geri
says and
açamıyorum
see
değil mi?
what happens.
You stupid little girl. Coming back to lose more money, huh?
Enough talk. Let's get started. This will be our final game. I'm betting my entire fortune.
Oh, a big talker, huh? All right, let's see what you...
Kendi Crush mı oynayacağım?
This can't be. You lost to me 10 times in a row. How could I possibly lose to you at such a crucial moment?
It's true. Lady Bonnet Jade has truly blessed me. Finally, my luck has turned for the better.
Şimdi bu evente dahil olabiliyor muyum? Hayır.
I've prepared a gift for you, Dorothy.
Whoa, what a beautiful necklace. How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane?
So, will you go out with me?
I will.
Really? I mean, really?
I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. But this gift made me realize you were actually paying attention all along.
Wonderful. So, shall we go, Dorothy? Let's go outside and enjoy the stunning views of the 12 hours.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, the gray-haired one out. Don't seriously. Is that?
Yeah, you heard right. I've got him. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony. I've made a deal with the family. How'd I find him? 22 years. Yeah. 22 years of chasing this guy all over the cosmos. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner.
All of their wishes actually did come true. But...
Chirp, chirp. Origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
Come on. Oh, calm down already. Everyone's staring at you.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Watch yourselves in front.
Ondan önce dikkat düzersiz oluyor. Göremediğim bir şey mi var acaba? Hah.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. I found those people. But I'm not sure what you want me to see.
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his entire fortune in exchange for a gift that would impress Dorothy. It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Whether he can bounce back from poverty, well, that depends on him. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling. Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her close relationships. From the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her, and it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again. She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck, but she'll never be able to use it for the people who truly matter to her. As for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. But he never caught the guy. In his desperation, he came to me. He offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased, and he will completely forget his own identity and all the sacrifices he has made. Interesting, don't you think? When people see others'
İki uçlu bıçak.
fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems, and patience happens to be one of my greatest strengths. So, AR-26710, a remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry.
I'm not surprised.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. As for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans, so there wasn't really a price to be paid. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence, but with the firmament front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining. That's all I can say for now.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning. So,
You're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners. A nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron Hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other. It's strong and intimate, and yet it allows for independence. Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, you follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron Hunters are like you. Traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction. I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron Hunters while keeping the IPC in the dark?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
The Stellaron Hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. As for your offer, I can pass it along to my partners. But I have a question. You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Pierpoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk and extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond, even if it could lead to your downfall?
Simply put, you and I are the same. However, unlike you Stellaron Hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want. Each of us has our own past and destined ends, and on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond to join him. This journey could be either brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts. So, Diamond made us a promise. To divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces, and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that void. Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion. So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath. It's our collateral in exchange for opportunities, and whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing...
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire.
Lady Bonajade, I've come to deliver the collaterals promised.
It turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smoother than expected, with little debate. Oh, the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony is starting soon. I should head down and take a look. This airship has quite a few treasures. A bountiful harvest.
Bootil.
Remember, I can take you out with just one shot whenever I choose.
One shot?
Oh, that'd be my honor. Now, don't worry, I hate cheating at the table.
You better.
Ah, look who's here. The great hero of the Astral Express. The most dazzling trailblazer in all of Penacony.
Oh, you're here too. Long time no see, friend.
Neden IPC'nin yanındasın kovboy?
This fella is also tracking down that son of a gun. What's that saying again? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, partner. Don't want to spoil the festive mood of the Charmony Festival.
I agree. Now let's congratulate Mr. Trailblazer. I hear the family intends to thank the crew at the Charmony Festival. It's a real pity I can't personally be there to witness this.
Thank you. And I also hope you enjoy yourself.
I'll pass. But I do hope.
Değişiyor burada. Yalan söylemek istemiyorum. Fazla zaman kaybettik bile.
What services do you require?
Bilgisayarın yüzeyi bana elektrik veriyor nedense. Doktor Rayshon'un olduğu odaya çıktı. Ah.
The festival hasn't started. Let's take a quick break.
Hi, we meet again.
Who's that?
It's really you! I knew I didn't get the wrong person. It was you. I saw you opening treasure chests, hitting balloons, and playing dreamy slots. There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Two murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors, the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who wishes to replace an Eon-created paradise with a dream. It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. Congratulations! After the Charmony Festival's opening, will you guys be leaving again? They will opt before joining the Stellaron Hunters, so I'll pay extra attention to any... Yes. Do you know Miss She told me her price. But... I know. Of course, I won't speak...
Yalan söyleyeceğim. Hızlı geçmeye çalışacağım çünkü...
To me.
Saat 2.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony starts!
I can't believe they've chased me this far. The script hasn't reached its end yet. We will meet again.
I hope she's okay. I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's take a... Let's keep walking.
İlla bütün herkese konuşacağım mıyım? Yok. Bu sefersin değil.
Let's... Forget it. Looks like I don't have...
Hey!
Distinguished guests, fellow, it's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, and on behalf of myself, as you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone. Not only that, the customary open, we invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for OT Alfalfa, head of the What makes this festival so uniquely significant? Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the father of Penacony. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It was also they who led the vanguard in the pioneering of the dreamscape. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread—
Aw, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us.
Sen olmasaydın çoktan bu iş batmıştı.
Obviously. Wait, why does that seem so ominous?
And now, the sweet dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. Thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace. Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Nameless! Nameless! Nameless!
And now, I propose a toast to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe. Cheers!
Kaboom.
Cheers!
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well, all's well. Right. But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands? There's still so many bombs.
Okay.
All set. Let's start following the plan.
Ha, geminin şurasında.
What? You can't ask for that.
At least I made some progress.
Hello, lovely actor. You
Fumo'ya benziyor.
Dr. Doll. I often use this name in film credits. If you didn't know, I'm the one who directed, well, actually, due to the current plot requirement. It's all my fault for being duped by the masked fools. Who knew that there was no such thing as the film directing and screenwriting program? Since you're done asking questions and I'm done answering, according to the script, I must reveal to you the fact that there's no bomb here at all. But don't fret.
Burada değil miydi?
Infallible. We meet again. Got yourself into a pickle? Bob. Drat. It completely slipped my mind. Dr. Boom specializes in explosives. I need your help, mister. The first case, the second case, those are all the details. I trust in your deduction. Raw, but seeing as you...
Karşı tarafında.
finally arrived, so great. You don't like it? Satisfied? Plus 4, 1. Did I miss a number? I'm not even a real bomb.
Not much time left. I hope I make it. Is that Firefly?
28 minutes, 46 seconds. 28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here! Don't come close! This bomb is very dangerous. And I'm the real Firefly. Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over half an hour ago, I received a message from an unknown sender and rushed
27 minutes, 52 seconds. 27 minutes, 50...
The Sweet Dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. Apart from its creator, I fear no one knows how to deactivate it. It's difficult. Time is running out, and she's a master of disguise. And even if we catch her, she won't come quietly. Actually, there might be another way. Do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death 3 times. I think this moment heralds the 3rd time. You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to end. As long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the... I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape. As deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. That way, at least no one will get hurt. Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back safely. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending. I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. She said that the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen. At the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible. But are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities has, whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. That when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts. It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny. The Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today.
Since things are going too well, let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
Tanhenge full unutmuştum.
Looks like you've also noticed that history fictionologist is nowhere to be found in Penacony. I believe he must have come here at the end, to bid farewell to his nameless friends. Similarly, I'm sure you all have plenty you want to say to them. A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
Honestly, when I heard the Nameless, that it seems...
History may not the first glimmer up, but because of this. Brooklyn Tiernan. Raz, a toast to history.
That statue.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. In the end.
Either way, at least our journey to... Gallagher, to the festivals, if we ever meet...
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we...
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Penacony's nights are long. We're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika, and to your tenacity...
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing, just like a clock's hand, there shouldn't be much left. And then... Mikhail...
Adamın cesedine kaldırıyorlar.
With that, our duty as Nameless should be complete, right?
The Trailblaze.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have...
What's on your mind, Mark?
Just a strange feeling. I had it...
Why not talk about it?
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. McHale, they were also young once, stumbling and bumbling around just like us. But those things are all in the past. Yeah, maybe. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets, we're bound to feel a bit mixed about it, right? Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, we see these people as special. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic... But what if when Mr. McHale sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still firmly say he had no... Then, what is this regret we feel in our hearts right now?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to the universe is vast, but it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the silver rail. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. McHale has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on it, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after us.
It's not the answer that's important, but what we can learn from others' answers.
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten the mood.
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day...
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
There.
Wow. Your method of consolation...
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow. How could you say that? We told Pom Pom all...
The Pop Pop is just angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot... Oh, that's right. Pop Pop is just...
It's okay. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car?
But...
Let's go, Marge.
It's okay. Oh, Pom Pom, just let it all out.
I never expected Pom Pom would be so distraught.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the Express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos and goodbyes. The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. Leave it to Himiko. Well, they were, since you joined...
I see.
Turns out...
Different from Tipokbot.
Only 2 more? When you put it like that, doesn't actually sound too bad. But I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space again.
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. As for which one we're headed to, that still requires a vote.
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion. Everyone, we meet again.
It's you!
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put a...
I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But...
Please speak candidly.
The Permanence's descendant. But I digress. Have you all considered this? Perhaps should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail?
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to?
Continue, Memo Keeper.
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. A world fettered by 3 paths. The Eternal Land. Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late, Chuck.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Looks like my time's up.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. My fate lies entirely in your hands, Lady Bonajade. The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well. I'm very glad to see that you're so full of verve.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me, just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes. To offer you a generous trade. That is...
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow, would you be willing to talk to me then? I recognize the gravity of this question. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning from someone who's been in your shoes before. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
Sonunda.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Wow. So this is the next
Müzik var ama görüntü yok. Bu ekranı VGA kablosuyla bağladım, hatırlamıyorum. Hadi ama. Alt F4 zaman, o zaman yapabileceğim bir şey yok. Bir dakika içerisinde geliyorum. Bahse varım, yanlış yere ışınlandım. Bunlar niye burada?
There's plenty of precious stuff in here.
No, I'm not.
Oh, what's this gadget? See, there's this piece of paper here. It says Pena Sergeyevna. Is that the owner's name?
These are all relics, sis.
Doğru düzgün bir navigasyon sistemine sahip ol ya. Fazla bir şey istemiyorum.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Full Quantum takımı için belki iyi olabilir. Dükkandan bir şey almış mıydım bu ay içerisinde? hangisi? Özellikle buna tıklamak istemiyorum çünkü aşağıya kaydıracağım. Ama yok. Planları bozsun. Niye olmasın çünkü. Anladım. Zaten bunu oyunun başında da göstermiştin. Aynen öyle. Yalan söylemeyeceğim. Bu müziğe daha fazla katlanamayacağım. Boş oynarım daha iyi.
A few games of chess will while away the time.
Watch your step now.
Ha, kendisi de emote atıyor. Bu kötü oldu.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades. haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is...
İstesem de kuşumu değiştiremiyorum ki. O kadar şanssızım ki bütün masa resetleniyor.
Dear guests, this year's festivity auditions have ended. Please vacate the premises in a timely manner as we prepare to perform maintenance on the theater.
O kadar uzun bir süre boyunca siyah ekran belirtmenize gerek yok. Tek atsaydı keşke. Hadi be neredeyse. Bunu yapmamalıydım. Daha fazla var mı? Yok. Sadece bunları yollayabiliyorum. Daha 9 hamlem daha var. Evet, şansı bile yok.
Time to wake up from the dream.
Bakalım iki hamlede ne yapabilecek. Beni batırdı. Battık. 69 yedim ya. On canı kalacak. En üst sıra. Hile sanarsa şaşmam. Çok saçma sapan yerlerde geldi. Ya Lumin ya Esina. Lumin. Mirror image. O yine bana koymayı becerdi. Ve 5 hamlesi daha vardı. O nasıl yaptı? O hiç iyi gelmedi. Evet, ilk hamleden bunu yapabiliyorsa daha neler yapabilir? Ama kendim de buna karşı boş olamam. Güzel. Notalılar var. Terse gitti. Tuzlu oyuncu. Daha pending yok. Şimdi tek oyuncu benim. Angry Organ Burst. Ciddi misin? Geri kalanı kendi başıma yapabilirim herhalde. Evet, yeni karakter seçebiliriz. Odamda lanet olasıca bir sinek var. Beni bir rahat bırakmadı bugün. Tamamdır. Kaç kere daha dilek tutalım. Argent'i bayağı kullandığım bir karakter. O yüzden C1 olursa mükemmel olacak. Ama olmadı. Yapacak bir şey yok. Neyse bugünlük bu kadar. Yarın görüşmek üzere.